Continuing coverage of Ball State field hockey, we are joined today by the Cards' new head coach, Caitlin Walsh, and it sounds funny to say that because I feel like you've been the new head coach for, I feel like it's been a couple months since it's been announced. Yeah. What's that been like for you?
Really exciting, a bit crazy because coming in, it was get me here to finish out spring season. So it was nice to have time with the team for the last few weeks before now they're home training. And now it's just to the grind of recruiting and preseason planning. So it's exciting, kind of hit the ground running, but love it.
What were your impressions of spring season? Because I thought it was funny, the first time you met the team, it was like, so are you going to be at our game on tomorrow? What was it like in the middle of spring training to meet that group, to learn about that group, and what did you take away from those weeks?
Even before being with them, just hearing all the work that they put in just by themselves for the first half of spring, waking up at 5 a.m. and training on their own, I think that just says a lot about them. So that was super impressive for me as a coach before coming here. And then it's funny, once I first got here, the first training, you could see how nervous and timid they were. Some of them even said, they were like, Coach, we felt like we had to try out again. And I was like, guys, no, spring should be fun. We're here to learn, get better. So just to see their drive and work ethic, I think, and being able to build off of that and build that strong foundation the end of spring, carrying that through summer, they're a good group of hard workers.
Does she like me? I hope she likes me. She really likes me.
Exactly.
What's it like for you, though? Because I have to imagine there's that tentative nature for them getting to know you, but you're also introducing yourself to a new team and trying to get them on board for your vision of what this will be. So what's the process like for you in that direction?
Yeah, exactly. It was challenging at first because I want to go hands-on right away, but I also want to take time to observe and see kind of the group that I have, what I'm working with, kind of my vision. And then I even told the group that I have a vision for this program and them as a team, but they need to buy into that and they have to have a say in that. So to kind of see what each one of us was expecting and what we want for the program and for the team, and kind of finding a way to kind of get us on that right track. It's always a challenge, but I think it aligns really well. So that's good.
What's the vision that you have? Because you've been in this league, so you've been to this field, you've played here. What in your mind is Ball State field hockey, and what can it grow to become?
Yeah, so I think being in the MAC, it's a very competitive conference, and I told the team when I first got here, I don't think we're far off, and I think that we could make some noise this fall. I think we have hard work and grit, and I think that's what we need to build off of. I think for me as a coach, my philosophy is teaching the basics and just being super consistent in that. So just with their drive and their want to get better, I think it's going to make it easier for me. And I think as long as we put in the work in preseason, I think we could hit some big strides and do some good things.
So let's build off of that, because by the time you graduated at Old Dominion, you were an All-Big East player, you were an All-Conference player, you played in the NCAA tournament 3 times. Your first 2 years of college, you played in exactly 2 games.
Yep.
So walk me through the idea of the developing player and how important that is, especially at this level in field hockey, to find people that you can bring in and say, listen, it might not happen right away, but if you trust me, if you stick with the process, you're going to get to a spot where you can be everything you want.
Yeah, and I think, my freshman year at Old Dominion, I redshirted, and it was kind of a big thing to redshirt your first year, it was a way for you to develop just so you could really have that impact by your junior and senior year, where you can really thrive and kind of hit your peak. And I think it's important that you stress that to your incomings of, you might not see it right away, but if you stay the course and you are committed to this team, you'll get there. And I think everyone has an important role in the team, and I do think, and from experience, that the most important players are those role players who aren't necessarily the starters and the big showcase players, but the ones who are challenging them at practice and bettering themselves. So I think just instilling that in the culture of our team from the start is going to be important. And it'll help push everyone on the team to get better and to kind of stay the course and trust it.
First time you've been a head coach, though, since coming here to Ball State. What have you learned? What did you expect that you walked into? What have you found out? You're like, oh, I did not have that on my checklist of things that you deal with being a head coach.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. Being a head coach, it's a lot of behind the scenes stuff. I think the on the field stuff's the fun part, right? It's the off the field where you're the head decision maker now. So it's not, I mean, you're following orders from your higher ups, but you're also the one giving orders now and kind of steering the ship. So I think it's just a lot more responsibility, but it's exciting and it's all new stuff and learning curves for sure. But yeah, I'm excited for it.
Let's talk about you as a person outside of field hockey too, because you're not only a field hocky coach. Is it Soul Cycle?
It's like fitness. You could say I'm a fitness coach.
It's cycling?
Yeah, cycling. Cycling.
Tell me about cycling.
So yeah, I actually got into this when I first started coaching at Davidson College. My head coach there, Ginny, and I'm calling her out on this. She took me to my first cycling class and was like, "We need to go do this together. Like, I think you'd do great. Like, it'd be so much fun." So I went, and they asked me if I would ever thought about being an instructor, and I was like, no, because field hockey is my life. And so yeah, from there I just kind of started teaching fitness classes and fell in love with it as a hobby. It's a good balance, and yeah, I enjoy it. So
you have to take over for Karen Lee now, because
yeah, I know.
she has retired from teaching spin here on campus. So I guess the door is open if you want to do that in the off season.
I gotta follow in Dr. Lee's footsteps.
You've got a lion on your forearm.
I do.
Which of your tattoos means the most to you, and why?
Gosh, I do love my lion. I think that's my favorite one, and I guess Monarch. So yeah, Old Dominion. Yeah, that's definitely my favorite one.
It is, as we sit down to record this, it is the almost the start of June here.
Yeah.
What is next on your plate going forward? How do you lay out leading into 2022's fall?
Well, first off, our field's getting replaced here very soon, so that's number one. And then, yeah, my assistant comes end of this week, and we're just going to get the ball rolling with recruiting. And then preseason planning, because before you know it, mid-August we'll be here, and the team will be back and ready to go. So lots of things across all tables, really. We
are sitting directly across from the signs of MAC championships here at Ball State. There are a lot of them up on that wall.
Yep.
But it ends in 1999. How many alums have you been able to speak with? How many have reached out to you? And what is the investment like still to this day in the people that laid the groundwork for the program and want to see it get back to that? So I actually called the whole class of 1994, the team, because they're getting inducted into the Hall of Fame. And it was really, really cool and inspiring to connect with them. And it shows a lot. They take pride and love in this program, and to have them behind us, I think that's extra motivation for another MAC championship. They want it for us. They're here supporting us. So yeah, I think support's there, and we got to show them what we can do. Caitlin, congratulations. I know these jobs are not easy to get, so congratulations on your first one, and looking forward to a phenomenal career here and future for you here in Muncie. Thank you.